I think, just even from a conversation, dude, he might be able to throw a couple things in there that will just change shit up for you.
That would be amazing, man. I would love that connection.
Okay.
I'll put my in the chat here.
Wow. I love that.
Look at all the value that your mastermind's creating, Caleb.
Yes.
I love that instant connection. What we do value dealers. Anyone else? Maybe a connection, a referral, or just a hug might help with.
You need a hug?
Well, Ben, any frustrations you've encountered in the launch or kind of this initial push that you're thinking through?
One that I had this morning. So here's the thing. When you're building something in a partnership with a JV, you have usually very little ownership and very little control. And it's just one of those things. So it's a great way to get attention and get, all that, but it's not a foundation on which to build your business. And so I was listening to a podcast from Russell, and Russell was talking about how he was talking to somebody in the niche, not me, and how they were about to launch a funnel, and he was so excited for them. And when he went through it, he was depressed because they didn't follow what he was doing and suggesting. And all I had to think was, if that person was Steve, this isn't the mainstay of his business, so he wouldn't pass it on to me, so I can't make this as great as it could be. There's a lot of things that are interesting, like popularity is greatly unimportant. Being able to sell, being able to make it work. When you've got the machine going, you got the business going, that's really the whole cheese of it all. So it's been nice getting all the fame and the eyeballs over in this world. And Steve's been extremely kind and being like, yes, Ben is the bee's knees. You have to translate that into dollars. Otherwise it turns into just nothing happens. It's a great 2 weeks. And then you have the exact same issues, except now you feel worse because apparently you screwed something up. So just watch yourself. Make sure that when you're building, you've got all those pieces lined up. So right now it's just a relationship game in the long run with those people who come in through that funnel. So I'm happy that email sequence is good for you, but the follow-up sequence, it's just an interesting world on the back end. Also, one thing that's interesting, you expect somebody to be able to move millions quickly. That's not the deal. Both people that I did JVs with, if you've been following, I did one with Funnelytics, I did one with Steve. They both drove about just under 3,000 clicks, about 2,000 to 3,000 clicks. It's not a massive push. I mean, it's not massive, huge revenue blowing out of the water, 2 comma club right away. That's a whole nother level. And so redefining the idea of what somebody who's big can do. Focus more on what you're going to do long term. How you're going to take this asset and move it forward. So positives and cons. I mean, yeah.
You're kind of hearing a theme between your share and Joe's. It's like there's this initial response, which is great. It's encouraging, but then it's like, oh, how do we turn this into a real business that serves us for a long time? All the coaching and consulting and webinars and stuff. It's more on the starting and the launching and the growing, as opposed to the sustaining and turning it into a lasting enterprise, And I think as entrepreneurs, it's easy for us to get in startup mode and always looking for a new project. And we're more excited about that than we are growing a business, getting an accountant. Ew, yucky. So
Yeah.
one of my core values I identified as I took a little planning retreat to really plan out this mastermind and what I was passionate about. And maybe it was a purpose statement. I have to type it all out. So I don't know if it's a purpose statement or core values or whatever. It doesn't matter. But what I said is we turn entrepreneurs into business owners and business owners into change makers. And each one of those transitions has growing pains associated with it. It's easy to start a funnel, which we're going to talk about today. That's kind of the hook of this call. It's instant lead magnet, and I'll go into that. But it's easy to start a funnel. It's easy to start generating leads. It's easy to, run some traffic to something we're building. It's easy to generate cash online if you know what you're doing. But wow, it's way different to build a business around these systems. Okay. And so more than just like, how can we get leads and sales and make money? Like, as this mastermind matures and grows and we're able to build it up more, there will also be a focus on that business building. Like, what are the business systems you need to put in place? What are the structures you need? What are the people you need on your team to help protect you? Right? These are important things that go beyond the funnel. And that's the hook for my webinar. I just decided beyond the funnel. So anyway, all right. Well, thanks so much for sharing, everyone. Today's kind of an interesting hook, instant lead magnet. And let me just give you the story a little bit. So a week or two ago, I mapped out what the year for FunnelFlow is going to look like. Quarter one, we're going to be focusing all on lead magnets, creating a magnetic marketing system where we attract leads, we nurture them, and we bring them into a selling situation. And we make it hard for them to say no once we have our claws into them. Okay, so that's quarter one. The second one is all about creating a self-sustaining, self-liquidating marketing system that will cover the cost of lead acquisition. This is our low ticket offers. This is the offers that one book. This is our training, our low ticket offer courses. The idea of these is to build it, sell it through the funnel, get some order bumps, some one-time offers so we can maximize our income, maximize our average order value in the funnel so we can cover our ads, all right? This is .com secrets, the premise of it. So we're going to be building that together. And then quarter three, what was quarter three? Oh, it's one-to-many selling. We're going to be building out our presentation funnels. This is our webinars. This is our live challenges, things like that, where we can make a sales presentation and make an offer to the masses, okay? One-to-many selling. And then the fourth is all about high ticket sales, really dialing in on our sales, our negotiation techniques, things like that. So that was kind of the overview of the quarter. The why I'm laying it out like that, that's kind of the sequential steps that you need to think about as you're building out your marketing systems, okay? And there's obviously some flexibility in that. You can do it a little differently, but you want to be able to acquire leads. You want to be able to pay for the leads. You want to be able to make a presentation to the leads that you acquire. That's quarter three. And then, of course, we all need high ticket sales negotiation techniques so we can really learn how to ask for the high ticket prices that we need for our products and services. Okay, so that's the layout for the year. And so I was thinking about lead magnets. Okay, we had done lead magnets in the past, but I wanted to think about it a little differently. And I was talking with one of my clients, and he was on these calls for a few months. Let's call it 2 months. And I apologize, I'm going through kind of a crappy zone at the moment. So if I break up, just wave your hands, start over. So
You're good.
he was on these calls for 2 months. And we had signed a contract to build a funnel, but we had kind of signed it when I was transitioning out of the VA, and there was just a lot going on. And there were some delays on his end. So basically his project got delayed a few months, and I didn't have a chance to really show him anything I had built. So he was not naive. That sounds rude, but this is not his world. He was not in the digital marketing space. Okay. So he had never, the only funnels he had like experienced, I think, were the .com secrets funnel when I said, hey, you have to go buy this book. Okay. And so he really had no experience or exposure to funnels. And we booked the call and I said, hey, I'm going to show you the funnel that I built. This is like version 1 of your lead generation funnel so we can get people into your health coaching business. And he's like, okay. And this guy had been on the call for about 2 months, right? Faithfully. And then I'm going screen share on Zoom and he's like, you know what? I've never actually seen a funnel in the wild. And I'm like, what? You've never seen a funnel in the wild? You're on the FunnelFlow Mastermind call for 2 months. You've never seen a freaking funnel? He's like, nope, guess I haven't. And I'm like, oh gosh, I guess I've done a disservice to this group. I've been up here flapping my mouth and not like digging into the funnels. And there was, he had kind of disengaged from the group because maybe he felt like we were making progress fast enough. I don't know. Everyone has a lot of things going on. But my point is, he had never seen a funnel. And I'm like, this is silly. You can literally make a funnel in a day, and that funnel can start to build your business. It can be a business asset that serves you for a really long time. And really, they're not that complicated. And you can actually build it in less than an hour. Okay. So that was kind of what I was thinking about. So here's the hook: instant lead magnet. Here's the problem that I have seen, I've encountered as I've talked to people about building their lead magnet. They get super overwhelmed with, what am I going to deliver in the lead magnet? Anyone ever had that problem? They want to build a lead magnet. They want to like bring new leads in, but they're like, what am I going to do? Oh, do I got to write a book? Do I got to write a PDF? Do I got to hire a guy at Fiverr? Like, I don't know. Brandon, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've seen it. I've had customers, they say the same thing. Sometimes just simplicity is key. And I think not overthinking it definitely helps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do this week and the next. We're going to do an exercise. The end result of next week, if you're actually digging into your ClickFunnels account or Go High Level or whatever funnel builder you're using, we're going to walk away with the functional lead magnet. This is like super bare bones. I'm going to share one more example, then we'll make this a little more interactive. So who would like to screen share? Because I am obviously driving right now. And
Happy to help you out, man.
thanks. Can you go to yourpeacefulmarriage.com, Ben?
Yeah, un momento, por favor.
Thank you.
Per favore, a little Italian?
No, it just sounds better. All right. What is that URL again, mate?
Your peace.
Peaceful marriage?
Yes, sir.
Forgive me, I have a million tabs open. Okay.
No problem.
Okay. This is a lead magnet I built with Scott. This is the second design of it. First design was a little simpler. But basically, this is a 5-day communication course on how to stop arguing with your spouse, right? The cool thing about this is when I met Scott and we're talking about funnels and lead magnets and what we're going to sell and all that stuff. And everyone should opt into this, by the way. So Scott can spam you and help save your marriage and make it sexy. He had produced this course a year or two prior to this, and it was sitting on the shelf, just collecting dust. He'd already done all the work, but it wasn't working for him. Okay. Scott, how long had this course been on the shelf before we picked it back up?
I would say what you said is accurate. At least over a year, a couple years. I had created, it was like the only thing I ever like put, I hired somebody to put thumbnails and stuff together and actually put a little production into the videos. So I thought it would, be something I could sell, and it never sold anything. I could barely give it away.
Okay, well, we built this lead magnet. We started running traffic to it, and it gets a, and when we're running traffic to it, it gets about a 50% opt-in. Okay. And I think it collects a
Nice.
phone number, and Scott was doing outbound calls to leads, trying to sell them on higher ticket marriage coaching programs. Okay. My point is, he already had this in his Google Drive somewhere. He didn't have to. Are you hacking me, Ben?
No, I want to see the mobile version. It's the easiest way.
Okay. I'm like, good grief. He's already deconstructing my funnel.
That's a compliment. Take it as
Yeah.
a compliment.
Okay. Yeah. What do you think of the layout, funnel hacker? Funnel prospector?
The mobile layout's good. Like in mobile, if you put the button too high, people will click without knowing what they're doing. And so the opt-in actually goes lower. So I like that you put it lower. For desktop, it's usually, you want to show that within above the fold. So it's interesting. I like how it's working for mobile. 50% opt-in rate is great. It's working. Like you can't compete with what's working. So cool.
Yeah. I would label this as a reverse squeeze opt-in. They give a little bit of overview in the video. We don't want everyone to opt in, obviously. We want people who are married, who have some issues that they're trying to work through, right? So it's not a funnel for everybody. So I think I'm happy with 50% opt-in.
It's clean. Yep.
Thank you.
Does the job and it's working.
It does the job, right? I need
Agreed.
Joe's help to run some more traffic to it. Okay, so we had this on the shelf. Talking with Scott, I'm like, okay, well, what can we put in a funnel? And he had that sitting there. So that lead magnet came together really quick once we identified the asset. So here's the exercise for today, and then we're going to put it into our funnel next week. We're going to build a lead magnet that we're going to be able to capture leads of our ideal or prospective clients, right? And even if you don't have clarity on that right now, that's okay. And even if you're not actively building funnels yourself, I'm helping you or another agency's helping you, still participate in this exercise as though you are, okay? And that would be like you, Jason, or Neil, if you're building funnels or not. The exercise remains the same. What I want us to do is like take a few moments and then like look through our Google Drive or our hard drive, and is there anything that we've created that we can put into a lead magnet? It's already sitting there. Maybe it's like a worksheet. Maybe it's a YouTube playlist of some like helpful videos that relate to your niche. Okay. So like Steve, I know you're big into personal development and maximizing your life. Is there a YouTube playlist that you've put together of like some really inspiring YouTube videos that you could deliver in a lead magnet for people who are looking for personal development stuff?
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
So Chuck, you work with clients. Is there a checklist? Is there a cheat sheet? Is there a onboarding document that you use that provides some structure on how to set up, get their SEO in line that you could find, and we can use that as a lead magnet?
I was thinking we do have a PDF, and then I also made a series of videos. They're 60 seconds long, where it shows like a couple things you could do to your website or your Google My Business to help get it seen more and get some leads from that.
Perfect. Jason, I know we just did all the hard work of putting together a stretching lead magnet. So like that was the hard way to do this. Actually producing the content. So kudos to you. We're gonna start running traffic to that soon. But is there like a worksheet? Is there something you've typed up in the past that would be helpful to a prospective chiropractic patient?
I'm looking for something. Most of the stuff I've developed has been for chiropractors themselves. So I've written a few articles for that other advertising things. So I have a couple of things I could just repurpose one of those. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Nitish,
Hey,
hey, how are you?
I'm
Good
good.
to see you.
All of you. Thank you.
Nitish, so Nitish is the social media branding expert. He's always making content for everybody else. He's follow him on SDX World. If you need someone to help manage your Instagram and grow it, we just pushed past 1,000 followers, which, like Ben said, I don't know how that makes you rich yet. We're working on that, but it's something. So Nitish, like, what are some trainings, some content you've put together for your Instagram page that you could maybe turn into a lead magnet on how to brand yourself through social media?
Hello, may I have to talk about myself or for others, like how I can did these things? The how I did this all, right?
Yeah, so you're attending as Nitish, the business owner, not part of Nitish, Caleb's
Okay.
business partner. Okay.
Yeah, I started my Instagram in 2020, like as SDX World's marketing agency, and where I like learned lots of things how we can like push ourselves, Instagram, because Instagram is a booming industry at this present time, and everyone understand that social media. If we are talking about Instagram, this is the on top. If we are talking about, yes, Facebook ads, it's another way we can generate leads and all these things. But if we are talking about how we can generate organic leads, because Instagram is totally about if we can use it as in a organic way. Like if we are talking about how we can put the content as a SEO manner, like as we are talking about, I did myself, like for my page, where I'm in like a 10K, it's at this present time 10.3K. How I did, like I worked for SEO optimization in social media, like social media optimization. I post regularly for my post, for my content on related to what actually I am and how we can help. But firstly, I did one thing. I started to educate like audience, because education is important. How they will understand what actually we are doing. First, we need to educate them how we can help, how Instagram will help. Like they will directly attract with us when we will educate them. This is what we are doing, but how it will helpful for your business. Like the education is most important thing ever and ever I seen. Like if we are like going to like learn how we can get leads, but we need to push some free contents for our audience. They will understand, yes, this is work for me, then this is definitely work for and all. Like if this is working for Nitish, then this is also the things which will help me. So I just started to educate all audience like in a free.
Nitish, I hate to cut you off, but have you taken, so this is your framework, this is how you help people. Have you taken some of your instructional posts? Could you put a few of those together? Because the point of this exercise is not to create anything else. It's to take what we've already made and use it to get more leads. Okay, you follow me?
Yeah, I understand. Like if we have like already, if we have like some offer, right? If we are talking about, we have a funnel. Let's take example of funnel. If we have some funnels and we want like organic leads, direct abundant organic leads, how we can get through the help of some creativity. We can post, we can do the things related to our funnel, related to our all offers. We can post it on our Instagram freely with the hashtags, because hashtags is very important. If sometime what happened, if we click the hashtag, sometime very lots of hashtags are not work, but once in, you can see the one hashtag will go in a millions of reach. This is just a point. We are working on the hashtags, and one hashtags will, if that hashtag will work, you will get abundant leads through the help of leads. If your page is going to be viral, now you have no worry to get anything. if your page will started viraling in your audience, in your niche, but you need to like work on social media optimization. How we can do it? With regular post, regular engagement on your audience, regular engagement with audience, regular posting, regular social media like stories,
All
and all
right,
this.
all right.
This will help.
Nitish, I love your energy. I love your energy. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Nitish. I'll help you out, Nitish. Nitish made a book for me on Instagram branding and growth. We can use that. We've already created it. We've already paid for it. We've already produced it. We can just slap this. My contribution, I'm gonna slap that in a lead magnet. Okay, it's gonna give it away. And make this easy. So, okay, who has identified something that they can give away in their lead magnet in these few moments?
I have. Because we deal with trusts that are not being used these days, ever since 1912, I've found digital PDFs, basically, of ancient books that have been published that are now online. And so I'm going to use one of those because I'm in exactly that market to build up a list. And so this is perfect for me, Caleb. Thank you so very much. But yeah, these are about a dozen or more PDFs that were written back in the 1800s on this very subject. Yeah.
I want to download those.
I know.
Ben, the king of funnels, you probably have 1,000 funnels under your name. And I'm sure the last thing you want to do is, I'm sure the last thing you want to do is build another funnel. But
I could easily give a template away. Yeah.
You've got a few things you've created, I'm sure.
Yeah, I could give templates away. I could create. Yeah, I've got an asset bag that's sitting on the side that I could definitely delve into. I'm trying to think. What I'm realizing is that for me, I like helping everybody. Like I created a giant spreadsheet on like how to forecast your entire business to $1 million. That was a lot of fun. It's free, but what does it have to do with my overall business, my whole focus? And so it's getting the right asset that pushes to the next level. So yeah, I'm going to have to delve a little deeper to find one of those that actually focuses in correctly.
Does your audience go beyond just people in the ClickFunnels world? Is there?
Yeah. I get a lot of go high level, Groove. What is that? Frank Kern's old one. He doesn't stand behind it. Kartra. I get a whole bunch of different funnel builders.
But I'm saying like outside the people building funnels, does it cross over into the small business world?
Not so much small business. It's still funnel world. It's definitely funnel world. If I get into small business world, then they've been introduced to the funnel world, and they're coming in and they haven't found anything that fits for them. So yeah, it's a different match there, but it's always everyone always comes from funnel world for me, because in essence I'm always breaking down funnels. So it just brings in those folks.
Got it.
Comes with territory, right?
Yeah, it's my territory.
Okay. Who else found some lead magnets that they could repurpose?
So I don't know about repurpose, Caleb, but one thing I was thinking, a general overview and outline as far as how to, launch your own challenge, just because that's really my biggest focus. So, I mean, there's going to be a book that's like a full detail how it works from start to finish. But I think just kind of an overall checklist of, hey, consider these couple things. That could be a really, I think helpful thing for a lot of folks. So thanks for pushing me in that direction.
Yeah, the key here is just not to overthink it. Like that, this is what we do. I ideate stuff to death, and I don't think that helps anybody. So it certainly doesn't help me. And I have no idea where I'm going in this parking garage. So I just did a whole victory lap. Cool. All right. So Brendan, are you committing to making this into a live lead magnet by next week? All right. We're talking fast action here.
Yeah.
All
Committed.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. Or yes, I will.
Yes, I will, Caleb. I am committed to put a badass lead magnet out there for challenges. So yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. All right. That's what I want to hear.
Woo. Good
All
job,
right.
Brandon.
Who else hasn't shared? Who's got something they want to just push leads to? Don't make me call you out. Mihai, you were hiding on my phone. You were a tile hiding back there. Okay. Mihai, our man from Romania, from Transylvania, relationship coach. Do you have any funnels out there in the world collecting leads for you, Mihai?
I've tried a little bit to play, not successful yet. So not successful yet, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm here with you guys to learn from you and see what I can do better.
Okay, well, here's your first assignment. Have you created any materials, courses, worksheets, ebooks, anything, video trainings towards your target audience, presumably married couples who need help? Have you created any assets that we could put into a funnel and start building emails, an email list?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What would be the best, like Ben was saying, we want our lead magnet to relate to our ideal client so that they get value and it makes sense for them to continue down the road with you, perhaps hire you, to be open. You're trying to build trust right now. You want them to be open to hiring you. Okay. This FunnelFlow Mastermind is my lead magnet right now. Eventually, I'm going to be more proactive about charging for it. But this FunnelFlow Mastermind is my lead magnet. This is how I get people into my world, deliver value, okay, with the hopes that they'll hire me. All right. So I provide funnel strategy services, consultation, building, marketing systems, design, all that stuff. All right. So that's what we talk about in this mastermind. I bring people into this mastermind who want to learn about that, who want to talk about that. And then they're like, hey, this guy knows a few things. Maybe I should hire him. Okay. So my ideal client needs help with their funnels, right? So your ideal client needs help with their marriage. So is there a certain specialty that you focus on in your marriage coaching? Communication, dealing how to raise kids together, sexuality, or is it kind of like a general focus?
Depend. We run an evaluation, an assessment at the beginning, and then we can focus on something the couple need, but mostly on communication.
Communication. Awesome. Have you created any resources or trainings on communication? Check worksheets.
Yes, we have exercises and worksheets. Yes, we have. Not yet on video content, not yet.
You don't have to have video. We're just trying to find something you already have. Now, what's your best communication worksheet?
It's an exercise on how to listen well and how to be assertive and willing to communicate.
Do couples like that exercise? Do they like that resource?
Definitely. It's one of the best exercise that we do and couple really enjoy.
Okay. And how is it laid out? Is it a document? Is it a worksheet?
It's a document right now, and we do it on face-to-face with the couple, or we give it as a homework.
Perfect. Okay. Do you think that now, are you looking for Zoom clients? Or are you looking for local clients? Like, could you serve anyone in Europe, or do you want it to be local in person?
I started locally, and I really want locally, but maybe it's time to zoom out a little bit.
Okay. All right. Do you think that if we ran traffic, let's just say Romania, geared towards couples with, hey, you're struggling with communication, we have this free worksheet, please download it here. I'm Mihai. Hi. I can help your marriage. Download it down below. Do you think that could produce some result for you and get you some more conversations with couples?
I'm ready to give a try.
Okay. All right. So, do you have a ClickFunnels account?
It's not on ClickFunnels, but I have my own website, and where I can build easily a funnel.
Romanian ClickFunnels?
No, it's Romanian. It's not Romanian. It's
Okay.
ClickFunnels account. It's too expensive for me right now. It's not
Okay.
affordable.
No, that's fine. You have a funnel builder, though, is what I'm saying. You have a way to
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I want to hear a commitment. I want to hear, Caleb, I commit to. Let's hear your commitment.
Okay. So, guys, groups, not Caleb, but thank you, Caleb, for challenging me. I commit to put this exercise on the funnel and see what happens.
Okay. So your homework this week, it's dust that off, edit it a little bit, and then add a little call to action on the end of the lead magnet. The call to action could simply be your booking link. It could be your phone number. It could be your messenger link. How can they take the next step? So the goal of the lead magnet, they download it, they consume it, and then they're compelled to take the next step. The simplest next step is just book a consultation. Okay. We're not trying to overthink it. There's more slick ways we can get people into a selling environment. We can offer them something called a widget offer at the end of the lead magnet. We're not worrying about all that. We're just keeping this like brain dead simple, because we're just trying to build a lead list. We're trying to get them to know, like, and trust us a little bit. So you commit, Mihai. I want to hear it all the way over here in San Diego. I want to hear it.
Yes, I commit.
Okay, there you go. Awesome. And what's your punishment if you fail to do your homework and fail to get this funnel in place? What's your punishment, Mihai?
Ooh.
Well, it's enough to come here next week and say I did nothing or something like that, or I don't know. I'll be so embarrassed, I guess.
Okay.
Peer pressure.
Yeah.
I will definitely show you my form of funnel and the results. If it's not working, it's not working. But I will bring something on the table.
All right. If you fail to produce, okay, we're gonna have to shave off the bottom goatee, and it's just gonna be the creepy mustache. Okay. All right.
I agree.
Okay. Good. All right. Joe, you guys got a lot of things going on, but is there any like resources? Well, we're kind of building a mega lead magnet right now with the survey opt-in. So I don't want to saddle something on your plate, but I guess for sake of
anything on my plate just goes to your plate. So
yeah, so I don't want to do that. All right. So let's for sake of discussion, is the whole idea of this exercise is rescuing something we've already created and making it work for us, turning it evergreen, to use a term. So is there something that you guys have created, an onboarding document, a cheat sheet, a strategy guide, something that we could repurpose in the future for an easy lead magnet?
yeah, we have a couple of things. Andrew's built a couple of things over the past couple of years. we have our our sort of Facebook ad strategy, which you have that document, but we have that. We have a couple of like budding ebooks. They're not quite 100%, but they're things that we can, quickly pull over the finish line if we needed to, based on different subject matter. So yeah, there's a couple of things we could do.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to make you commit to anything because it's going to add to my plate, but I think the mental exercise remains, even if you're not in a space to do this right now. Like, we all need to be building lists. We all need to be growing a community where people know, like, and trust us. So when they're ready to take action, we're top of mind. Okay. So takeaways, let's do some takeaways. And then if you haven't made a commitment to finding something in your archive that we're going to repurpose into a lead magnet, and next week I'll be in front of my computer and we'll actually be able to build something live, so you can kind of see how quickly these things can come together. And this is going to be super low production value. We're going to use a standard ClickFunnels template. We're going to use, we're so simple, right? We're going to use stock photography. This is going to be an ugly lead magnet, but the point is it's instant. We're going to get it done. Okay. And we can always refine later, because once we have a little momentum, we can shift, we can adjust. But without any momentum, without starting, then you're just stuck. You're flat-footed. Okay. You're going to get knocked over. So this is more of like it's just an exercise, right? We're trying to build a muscle here, a marketing muscle. So takeaways, who wants to go?
I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. The good, nice thing that stuck out earlier when Ben and Joe talked about, disappointments. That stuck out because it's like good medicine. It's a good dose of reality. And it shows that there's growing pains on any level, and that was a good reminder right there. So that was very encouraging. Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you, Steve. Who else wants to share?
I want to share. Okay, first check.
Go ahead.
Creativity and quality. For my takeaways, why everyone is not connecting creativity with quality to get best results, because our eyes stops always on the point where creativity is something. Creative is something, and yes, creativity is also, because the quality is important. But whenever we seen that, like if we are taking example of our screen, first we will stop our eyes on Brandon's video, where the background is maybe the virtual or all those things, but we stop our eyes. And yes, we are best coach and all these things, or anything. I'm best like a social media marketer, but we have a creativity. If we have a creativity, the new audience where we want to get leads from them, we have to push creativity in our every work. So the eyes of the audience will stop, and they will attract by our creativity, and they will get quality also, and then they will become our best customer, clients, and anything. So I will go with creativity and quality and attach it to do the next things.
Awesome. That's great. And that's what made me hire Nitish, is just his creativity and his quality. So I think that's very true. Thank you, Nitish. Who else wants to share? We got 1 minute left.
I got one real quick.
Funnel. That's my takeaway. Start the funnel.
Yes.
I'm with you. Simplicity and repurposing stuff. Like, let's not make this complicated. And I think what Steve said about having different levels of where we're pounding our head against the wall, like it's good to see that within this group. So make it simple and repurpose.
Awesome. Well, awesome. Thanks so much, everyone, for coming on. Hey, Ben, if you have not if you have not bought Ben's book, bought Ben's book, wow, go to offersthatone.com. He has a digital version for $7, but don't be cheap like I was and get the print, get his upsells, because there's a ton of value in there. Then maybe we on another call we can schedule it in your what works for you. Would you kind of take us on a live walkthrough of the book and some of your favorite parts?
Yeah,
that would be great. Yeah.
So
we'd love
yeah,
that.
guys, the book has 304 pages of offers that won. It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's cheap. It costs 5 figures multiple times over. Check it out.
Ben, would you do us a favor and post that in the chat?
Yes,
got
please.
Thank
Yeah, put that.
In the WhatsApp, please.
Yeah, we'll do. And Joe, just as a little tidbit. So Ben, as you know, he is hacked. I don't know how many, but he's the guy when it comes to conversion rate optimization, make sure the page is laid out. So I've already got him to agree. We have our own little side deal going on. We're going to spend an hour on the phone going through the Max CEO funnel and just getting his brain on the project so we're not missing anything.
Love it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So buy his book and put it on your shelf.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. I'm off to Vegas. Wish my hands luck as I toss them dice, and appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next week with your lead magnet content ready to go and to drop into a funnel. Okay. So if you
All
can
the
be
best
in
to
front
all
of
of you.
Awesome.
if you can be in front of your laptop, appreciate